Hi YouTube fans, welcome to my channel. Thank y'all for being here. I value your time. I know we are all busy people, so it means a lot that you click on my video. And if you like this kind of content, you know the spiel, hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm just getting started here on YouTube, early days. So all that is very meaningful and appreciated. Thank you. All right, so today, let's get right into it. And I'm sensing the cards here. Okay. One second, I'm just kind of feeling, okay, thanks. The energy of the cards. Now, if you haven't been here before, let me tell you how I do this. I already have someone coming through from the other side, and sometimes I'm guided to pull cards, sometimes not. I really just do that for you guys. But, you know, it's okay. We all appreciate visual aids, right? And sometimes it's part of the message or an enhancement to the message, if you will, of the person that I'm bringing through. And sometimes it's meant for the relatives or the loved ones that this message will hopefully reach. And so I don't know that. I often don't know that until I pull the cards. I don't even look at the face cards. I'm looking out actually my window at the playground and the birds. And I'm just laying the cards out here talking to you. And then when the initial message comes through and I'm kind of finished with that information, then I look down at the cards. So that's what we're doing today, just so you know how it works for me. I have a lady coming through. And I'll go ahead and pull these face down. I know you can't see them where they are on my table, but I'll show them to you. This lady is a force. That's all I can say. She is a force to be reckoned with. She is a mom, was a mom. She's telling me that she had 2 children. Okay. All right, there was a 3rd child. Not her birth child, but somehow, I don't know if this kid was a friend of her children and just spent a lot of time at their house. Could have been a cousin, could have been somebody in her family's child she was helping raise. I don't get the specifics of that, but that's not who predominantly this message is for anyway. She just wanted me to mention it. She had a son and a daughter. And she's telling me the story. I'm going to stop filling those cards for a second. She was like one of these people who just... I'm laughing because my bluebirds that often accompany me in these readings, because it's a symbol for me, are sitting outside my window. She was, again, a force to be reckoned with. She was direct, no nonsense. I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this. She just wasn't the kindest person when she was delivering information, okay? Didn't mean she was a bad person, and I don't mean that at all. Just that she just didn't have a lot of fluff when it came to her words, okay? How about that? And her 2 children, she's showing me a son and a daughter, as I believe I mentioned. The son is, okay, they're showing me a scene. Apparently when he was younger, he fell and chipped a tooth, like broke his tooth. So you'll be able to know that was your message, this is your reading. And then they're fast forwarding to, it seems to me that this child at some point, I don't know at what age he was playing a sport. I'm pretty sure it was basketball. But he enjoyed it, just wasn't all that good at it. And apparently most parents would have been fine with that, but the mom was not. And she at some point had a conversation with him and said to him, told him, that very thing. You're not very good at that. And it hurt him deeply. It hurt him very deeply. I think he was young enough that boy, I hate to sound melodramatic or overly dramatic, but it kind of scarred him a bit. You know, it's like it really hurt his confidence. And he didn't pursue it. Not that he would have been, you know, a professional basketball player. I'm not saying that, but it's something it brought him joy, and he could have gotten joy out of it if nothing else. But because of this conversation with Mom, he just felt defeated. He felt like it was no point in him going on with it. His ego was very bruised over it. You know how sometimes the most innocent things can really hurt us. And I think that this was not meant. She didn't say that to him intending to hurt him. It was just that she had no filter. She had no... I'm teetering on saying empathy. I don't think that was really the case. I don't think she was a completely unempathetic person. It's just that the way she delivered her thoughts and feelings was very no nonsense. And so as this boy got older and, you know, grew up and got about his life, I think he just... This is going to sound very... I'm going to say this, and I'm going to explain. It's like he never got over it. Well, it was just a little thing about basketball. We all have those things. But somehow that really affected... That was a pivotal moment in the relationship with his mom. And he just felt like he was never going to be supported in their relationship. He was never really seen. She never really saw him. And, I mean, it wasn't anything more than a comment, but it still... really cut deep for this young man. She also had a daughter. And while she treated the daughter the same way, the daughter was not as affected. She was thicker skinned. She was easier go with the flow nature of just, it didn't bother her as much. She kind of saw what it was. She saw her mother as it was, and it just didn't get to her. It didn't affect her again like it did the son. And when she got older, she moved away. You know, she just got about her life. She went to school, she got a job, whatever. She just got about her life and didn't let this mother affect her so much. The message today is for the son. The mother is coming through because she wants to say, I'm sorry. She wants to say she didn't mean to hurt you. She didn't mean to push you away. She didn't mean to make you lose your confidence and your... Somehow later in life, I see this woman literally with her hand in her, her head, her face in her hands, weeping. I believe she had an epiphany. She had an aha moment at some point in her life, how the way she'd communicated had driven her children away, especially the son. And she felt deep remorse and deep regret, because then I think the damage was done and, you know, it's just too late to get it back. And so that's really the message that she's coming through today, is to ask your forgiveness. She's saying, I didn't know any better, but I could have. I was smart enough to have done my homework. I was smart enough to have learned how to communicate better. But it was just kind of, maybe I think she's trying to say that's how I was raised. That's how she was raised, in other words. And that's probably how her parents communicated. And she didn't know any better. And she's saying that's not an excuse, but it's common. It's very common. We parent how we were parented, unless we are blessed with an aha moment in our lives early enough on that we can change that and therefore change how we communicate with their kids. That's a long, drawn out thing, because I had one of those aha moments. I'm happy to say that. So I speak from personal experience. Okay, now I'm going to look at these cards and see if what message actually they have here. I'm going to pull. I realize I'm a Southern girl. I'm going to is what that means, in case you don't understand Southern speak. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Not to laugh at myself. Y'all got to speak Southern if you come up in here. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, this is really just more of the same message that I'm getting here. This is nothing new. Let me pull these up here and hold them up where you can see them. Okay, so we've got the 3 of coins, the 6 of coins, the 2 of swords, and I don't always read these cards in the traditional meanings like you would a love reading, okay, because of the context of the kind of reading that this is. So this to me is just saying that there was not an equal give and take in terms of, swords means, yes, it is a crossroads. It can mean choosing. It can mean different things, but it's just backing up the message I just gave you, essentially, that she realized, because thoughts is mental, represents mental thinking and words and expression. She realized that she did not give evenly to this, but she did get to that point, as I mentioned earlier, at that crossroads where she realized what her way of communicating had caused, and that she realized, that let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's the same message, essentially. It's all about communication here. We've got 4 cards of communication, 4 swords cards, and all that's about communication and thinking and words. All right, so and then the other cards are the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the 8 of Wands, all communication. So it's just, and then the Queen of Wands, which to me, this is about the daughter. The daughter just got, as I said, she just got on with life. She just got down the road. I think she found a relationship. She started loving on herself. She said, I know how to fix this. I'm not going to be trapped in the past with being damaged about how my mother could or couldn't relate to me. I'm going to love myself. Yep, again, I love myself. I'm going to bring myself I'm going to be my own solid foundation in life. Yeah, I'm going to be my own empress. And she got about being fertile in her own life. She didn't look back. She, in 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. She found her own wish fulfillment. She didn't spend time in this 9 of Swords, maybe a half a minute, but she got on with it. So that's what that's telling me. Again, these are just backing up what I had already said. No need to beat that dead horse, so to speak. Oh, that's an awful saying. Whoever thought of that? I don't like that saying. I'm sorry. Can I just erase that, please? Let's don't rehash these messages, which you can kind of see. Yeah, it's just saying the same thing, because, these, like I said, Page and Knight of Swords, communication with the 8 of Wands, oftentimes that's a disappointing message, an incoming disappointing message. It just means what I've already said, so I'm not going to go over that again. Now, what I would like to do, Spirit is saying, no, stay with this deck. Okay, I'm going to put her here. If there's anything else or any specific message, like advice for you, the viewer. And if this is not your family or your message, but you may know who it is, because that, Spirit works in mysterious ways to get these messages to align with the people they're meant for. So please share it if you think you know who this message is for. I'm picturing this lady. She's showing me her. She's not very tall. a little bit on the round side, and just like, do we have words? What words can you put to that? Leave that in the comment section. Just, I know what I'm feeling, and I know what I'm seeing. Just a force. All right, Spirit, what else have you got for these lovely people who have given me their valuable time here? Thank you. Oh, 2. All right. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, the Star, 7 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles here. So to me, this is saying, it's advice, really, is what it is. Don't hold back. Don't hold back on your feelings like I held back on mine. Stand up for who you are. Be who you are. Stand the ground who you are. Don't ever let life belittle who you are, because that's what she did. She did belittle you. That's the word I think I was looking for earlier. Follow your dreams. Your dreams. Don't ever lose sight of what makes you happy and your self-worth. This is telling me about self-worth here, your dreams and wishes. And she's also saying, okay, now there's another incoming message here. There's something you've been wishing for. And I feel like this message again is directed at the Sun. There's something you've been wishing for, something you've been juggling, trying to make a decision about, trying to be strong in this decision. You've lost a lot of sleep. Here, let me show you the cards. Juggling, Strength card, 8 of Swords. You know, you're trapped in your head. You're losing sleep over it. It's something you need to reconcile. It may be, okay. Yeah, it could be a love situation. Yeah, okay, hang on 1 second. There's a whole story here. Okay, so apparently this is about a relationship that you have been in, and it's telling me that you very possibly have a reconciliation. If you are have been estranged from this person, now there's 2 layers here. There's a surface energy and there's another layer here. This is if you are having or have had challenges in a relationship. You've had to make a choice. We have the 2 of Pentacles and the Lovers, which is also known as the choice, but this could also be a choice in love. To get to your 10 of Cups, your happiness, your happily ever after, you need to go within. You need to go within. Yeah, nothing's been happening. You need to go within and find a new perspective. Look at things a little bit differently. And I think this is saying, yeah, you may have turned something down, or it could be you were turned down. Your cup of love was turned down. But the message, but you need to heal before you can start this, because what I'm hearing is the secondary message is you need to heal this wound with yourself. You've got an internal wound, and I think it's that age-old common, because a lot of us have it, afraid to love because we're afraid of getting hurt. And there's my blue bird literally sticking her nose at my window. I'm so sorry. Afraid to love for fear of being hurt, right? Holding back, not wanting to give your full cup because you're afraid you're going to be hurt. Why? Because the person who was supposed to love you in your childhood, your mom, didn't support you, didn't acknowledge you, you weren't seen and heard in a way that you needed to be, and you internalize this message that says, well, people that I love don't love me back. So this could be an ingrained pattern then that you've gone on into your adult life with that needs to be healed. And that's the message that I get from those cards. Yeah, so it's just saying go within, meditate if you're a meditator. If not, you maybe seek some counseling, because I'm just sneaking a peek at the cards. See what's, yeah. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Yeah, you're about to have a change. You're about to have if you will do this work, if you will do this internal work, Spirit is saying, Spirit, i.e. your mom, is saying, because I've got something on the horizon, I'm sending you something nice. Sending you something nice. Mama's been busy over there. She's trying to make up for this. And she again, she just wants to express her deep felt, she's saying the word sorrow, remorse, regret at how she did not support you, did not give you, she loved you, she just didn't show it in a way that was particularly affectionate or supportive in her words. So that's what I have for you today. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you again. I know your time is valuable, and I do appreciate everyone who comments. I try to respond to my comments. May take me a day or two, but hit that like button on your way out. I'm very grateful if you would subscribe, because who knows, I might be reading for your loved one next time. Stay tuned. I'll see y'all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.